What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of HBO's new Watchmen series, the pilot episode. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Please keep in mind that this is only my review of just the first episode, which was the only episode that I watched at the New York Comic Con a couple of weeks ago. I haven't had the chance to check out the entire season yet. So again, this is just only on the first episode, which by the way has a pretty long ass title. Now let me be clear. I did not grow up a hardcore fan of the Watchmen graphic novel. I thought the 2009 movie by director Zack Snyder was just okay. It was pretty cool, but I highly recommend that you go to my friend John Corona's YouTube channel, The Real Talk, because John is the biggest Watchmen fan alive. He even made a video showcasing all of his Watchmen merchandise collection. My point is, if you want a more in-depth review of this new Watchmen series, then you definitely want to go watch John Corona's review of this show once he has that ready, because John knows Watchmen inside and out like the back of his hand. Okay, but based solely on this one episode that I did screen, and I tweeted about it right after the screening ended, in my opinion, this Watchmen series is very stylized, it's well crafted, it's super hardcore, and it provides sufficient fan service. So even though the story is original and there are new characters, the episode has little Easter eggs here and there, very obvious and noticeable too, and it's enough to get the die-hard fans to geek out, while at the same time get the new fans curious enough to want to come back for more. The story is set in an alternate reality, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 34 years after the events in the graphic novel. Vigilantes are treated as outlaws, and Robert Redford is the longest-serving president of the United States. Scripted by Damon Lindelof and directed by Nicole Kassell, the story focuses on a detective named Angela Abar, played by Regina King, who becomes a vigilante called Sister Night. After a terrorist group of Rorschach followers that call themselves the 7th Cavalry commit attacks on the houses of police members, the police start wearing masks, but the impending violent collision between them is inevitable. The story opens with conflict-ridden Tulsa, where the chaos leaves a couple of young ones surviving on their own, and then it time jumps to whatever year the present day is, when a cop gets brutally attacked, and then it all leads up to Sister Night's epic battle against the 7th Cavalry. First up, I noticed that Regina King's and Don Johnson's characters seem to be layered, and I'm not just talking about the alter ego stuff, but there may either be some history between them or some secrets lingering on their minds. And Jeremy Irons' presence as older Adrian, aka Ozymandias, in this first episode is more humorous than dramatic. I like how this show kind of takes after the 2009 film's fierceness in terms of its stylized, brutal graphic violence and the intense sound effects that pierce through your eardrums, so that every punch to the gut, every kick to the face, every snapping of the neck, every cracking of the bones would shake you. The other big thing that I noticed Damon Lindelof did here, even in this first episode, maybe it's just me, but it seems that Damon wants to ruffle some feathers with regards to the show's social commentary. Because right off the bat, we see a cop pulling over somebody, and it's kind of like an all too familiar scene that happens all too often in America, when a cop pulls over a black man. But in this case, the cop is black and the driver is white. And there are some other instances too, which I won't spoil here, where it kind of gives me the impression that Watchmen wants to provocatively tackle issues of racial tension in a way that pushes people's buttons. Now, since I haven't seen the rest of the season, I can't tell you whether or not the show succeeds in addressing that. But I think it's fair to say that Damon wants the fans to wrestle with some heavy themes the same way that they did when they read the graphic novel years ago. The first episode does leave more questions than answers, and that's not a bad thing because it's something for us, the audience, and the lead character, Sister Knight, to solve together. The show essentially is a mystery thriller slash action drama noir with spectacle sprinkled around. I think Damon and his team did a splendid job of laying the ground that's built upon what was familiar while having bold, distinctive characteristics that make this Watchmen series its own thing. But is the show's social commentary effort gonna pay off? We'll see.